Hey, what's going on? I am the sports judge. Thanks for watching my videos. As always, I appreciate the love and support. I have a lot of fun making content. How many times have you heard that the Denver Broncos would surprise everyone this season? Well, apparently that's not true. It was all a lie. It was a fabricated story. This Denver team looks hopeless. This Denver team looks miserable. This is utter chaos. It is an absolute mess in the Mile High City. It's about as bad as it sounds. It's already felt like a long season, despite the Broncos having only played 3 games this season. They have played a brand of underperforming, uninspiring, and unexciting football. They're disinterested and withdrawn. This is a sign of locker room problems. There's a lot going on within this organization. Somebody has created tension within the locker room. There's definitely tension. There's definitely a rift between players and the coaching staff. When your team is losing in the face of expectations and nobody seems to be happy, it sometimes becomes a question you have to ask. What's really happening with this Denver Broncos team? The culture has become a massive problem within the organization. I'll say this: nobody wants to play for Sean Payton, apparently. That sounds harsh. I can't believe I'm actually saying that about Sean Payton with all the success that he had with his prior team in New Orleans. And let's face it, these guys quit on Sean Payton. It's sure been a bad start of the Sean Payton era. What I see in Payton is obviously someone who can't repair this team. It's beyond repair. That's what fans were hoping since he was tasked with righting an unstable ship that sunk after the much hyped addition of Russell Wilson. So far, he hasn't been able to turn it around. That hasn't been the case. It's not all on Wilson. I am inclined to think it is Payton to blame for this fiasco as well. Don't just put the blame on Wilson. It's easy to target the quarterback and hold him responsible for everything that has gone wrong. But that's not fair. It's not all on the quarterback. It starts with coaching. Payton was tasked with building on a foundation of trust, collaboration, and accountability. To cultivate a winning culture, somebody has to take accountability. No one is holding anybody accountable. So, how can anybody take accountability when Payton hasn't created a culture of accountability? Nobody is being held accountable. Nobody. It is a mess in Denver right now. This Sean Payton experiment isn't working out. Broncos fans are already fed up with the team, booing their asses, calling them out, calling for people to be fired. A lot of people are calling for Vance Joseph's job. They're coming at him. Then, after an embarrassing loss, Payton met with the media and told reporters that he would not be firing defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. This is a guy I called out the other day. This is a guy who shouldn't be anywhere near football. That's what I said the other day. And I meant exactly what I said. The time has come to fire Joseph. Calls for Joseph's job were loud after the defense looked awful. Gave up on their coach. The defense completely gave up on Vance Joseph and Sean Payton and allowed the Dolphins to score 10 total touchdowns. I called for Joseph to be fired because of this embarrassing showing. He should be questioning, or Sean Payton should be questioning them, because this defensive unit has taken a large step backwards from last year. This defense was a lot better a year ago. That's not the case this year. They did have their issues in the second half of the season last year, but they did not look this bad. I don't recall them looking this bad at all. You have your corners consistently playing off coverage. You know, you got Pat Surtain. He's not shadowing. He wasn't shadowing Tyreek Hill. The pass rush, who Joseph claimed to be the best he ever had, is nowhere to be found. And the tackling, execution, and discipline are not there. The players themselves deserve plenty of the blame, but a lot of it falls on the laps of Sean Payton and Joseph. Sean Payton sat at the podium and told everyone he wasn't firing Joseph. It's already telling. It's already obvious. Even a blind person can see Sean Payton has lost the locker room. He lost the fans as well. Right now, Payton is on the naughty list. This is a Super Bowl winning coach who can't seem to get it together. It's funny how he blasted the guy he succeeded, Nathaniel Hackett, but is doing a way worse job at coaching than Nathaniel Hackett. You can't talk about anyone else if you're not doing what needs to be done. How can you judge somebody else when you've looked far worse? After 70 points of humiliation versus the Dolphins, he should take a look at himself in the mirror. Humility is a good thing. If this ass kicking versus the Dolphins wasn't a teachable and humbling moment, I don't know what is. You want to trash talk? You better be able to back it up. And so far, he hasn't been able to back it up. That was an ugly loss. That was embarrassing. The Denver Broncos are to be ashamed of themselves. This is a real nightmare for the Denver Broncos. It's been terrible for the Denver Broncos. And a lot of the blame is on Sean Payton. And I'm not sure if he's the guy to fix it. It doesn't seem that way. Thank you guys for watching, everyone. It's been real, but I'm about to wrap it up now. We'll talk very, very soon, as always. If you guys like my content, please do me a huge favor and smash the subscribe button. See you guys when I see you guys again. Have a good night, everyone.